All right, let's get this started. Hello, my name is Josh McClain. I'm here. This is Don't Be Afraid of the News. It seems to be that, to quote Ben Edlund, the writer of The Tick, evil is afoot and it smells like shit. And it seems to be everywhere. So I'm taking it upon myself, with the help of some friends of mine, to bring you this thing on YouTube and our Shut Up and Listen podcast show right here, to try and inform you a little bit more with some stuff you may have missed in the news. That's all this is, really, is a news recap kind of a thing, because this is already all out there. But there's so much bullshit we're inundated with every fucking day, you need somebody else to kind of filter through some. All right? This is, consider this the greatest hits of reality, so to speak, right now. All right? So here we are. This is June 27th, 2010. And I'm going to try and come at you this as many times as I can get away with this, because it needs to be done, so to speak, and I don't want to do it, but who gives a shit, right? All right, here we go. First off the bat, United Farm Workers of America are sick of being blamed for the fact that they're being blamed for the economy and the fact that they're bringing it all down, because so many people are bitching that, oh, they're giving all the Mexicans all the jobs and all this kind of bullshit. So they've decided to open up over 1,000 jobs for anybody who wants to sign up. That's right, all you gringos. It's time to get off your ass and actually have a job. None of you little prissy white kids in the valley have any excuses anymore. Get off your butt. The only trick is, when it comes to the application, you actually have to sign on the dotted line next to where it says, I want to be a farmer. Which is ironic, because about 40 years ago, that used to be a point of pride in this country. And now it's considered kind of some kind of bullshit hick thing that Jeff Foxworthy would make a joke about. But c'est la vie. Moving on. From the BBC News. English kids are fat! Fatter than Americans, anyway. Well, apparently they're doing studies right now that show that English kids are gaining weight at twice the rate of American kids. Which, it comes to the effect of, what is this? 1 in 3 children between the ages of 5 and 13 are obese in England. Wow. You know, but in relation to that, isn't it just like, there's a stand-up comedian named Doug Stanhope who has a line where he's standing there feeling bad about how he feels fat, but his big fat-ass friend comes next to him and goes, well, you think you're fat? Well, fucking look at me! Right? So just because they're fatter than we are over here doesn't mean we're not fat as all fucking get out and disgusting. They're just getting worse. Which, if you ate fish and chips every goddamn day of your life, you'd feel pretty bad too, I'd imagine. But Iron Brew is really good stuff. Alright. Some local news for those of you who give a shit who are here in Memphis, Tennessee. Channel 3 did a story the other day about all these people that are waiting out in line to get their new iPhones. Oh boy! 4G network or some such stuff. I personally am afraid of technology is too strong a term, but I miss having my pager. C'est la vie, right? But these people were out in line waiting for their iPhone for up to 36 hours in the sun in Memphis, Tennessee, on the streets of Memphis, overnight, waiting so they could get a background that actually gets on the back of their iPhone that stays there, any background they want, which is essentially one of the biggest features they have now. And I don't get it. Maybe it's because I'm not such a big tech nut or something, but like I get distracted enough as it is. Like I messed up the other day. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I had my cup of water in my lap and my phone next in my lap, like my cup of water between my legs, and my phone was on my lap. And like gravity does, or physics, when the car was stopped, the battery went, my phone went right into the water. Got ruined. I didn't have internet for like 4 days on my phone, and I still don't because the replacement phone they sent me is messed up. Go Sprint. But my point is, it was kind of nice to have to wait and check my Facebook when I was around my computer, which is still pretty regular, because I actually had to talk to people. I had dinner with my girlfriend twice with no phone. I kind of liked it, to be honest. Something different. Maybe you should try it out. Next. This is good. Okay. From one thing of mindless sheep to another batch of mindless sheep. From Fox Nation News, a man at a Tea Party rally, that's this new fad coalition type people that I'm just learning about, that I haven't learned enough about yet to discuss without sounding like a real jerk. Let me put it that way. But a man decided to change the third verse of a national anthem to befitting of what he wanted to hear, what the country should hear. And I'm going to quote this to you now. Blessed with victory, may the heaven reserved land, praise the power that hath made and preserved us as a nation. And conquer we must when our cause it is just. And this be our motto, in God is our trust. Now, it's very hard for somebody like me to talk about this without coming off like a real jerk. Real ass. Because we have freedoms in this country that allow us to do whatever we want. We can say whatever we want. We can sing whatever we want. We can do whatever we want. And that is unbelievably precious. That is so intangibly precious that it's really, you could argue about it in so many different ways. But I don't like the idea of any kind of religion being mixed with my church. Or I mean, mixed with my, sorry, excuse me. I don't like any kind of religion mixed with my government. Now, that is not to say I don't like religion. It has its place. It has its place of faith, and it has its place to heal, and it has its place to lead people to things that do the right thing. That's great. But it does not need to be mixed with a government power. They figured that out really early on, and it's one of the best ideas they had of keeping those separate, and it just needs to stay that way. It's already been, it's the way it is. Changing it back at this point would be such a slippery slope to something that it's not meant to be. Now, that being said, Christianity is like the band Sublime. It's a really good idea originally, but it's been perverted and shoved down our throat to such a degree and such an extent that it's impossible to step back and give it merit for the originality that it was in the first place. But then again, I'm a music snob. I believe this was in New Jersey. I just picked this up before we started recording, and like a bad reporter, I didn't write down where it's from, but this is just precious. A 10-year-old was named Grand Marshal at a gay pride parade. Now, I'm all for gay rights. Very pro-gay rights in every way, shape, or form. But the idea of any system or form or collaboration of anything using a 10-year-old child to front its beliefs, to pave the way, it makes it just as disgusting as the other side of the same coin. That is just unbelievably messed up. Now, I'm not saying you can't tell from like 150 yards away that the little kid wasn't gay. But throwing that position upon him at that age is just as bad as telling a kid of the other degree that he has to stay straight, or that he's definitely straight. There's no way he can be anything else. You know, that's just mean. It's just mean. Why would you ever want to inhibit somebody? For all you know, he's bi, which I think is the next evolutionary step. How awesome would that be where you go to a party and you're like, hey, I've got double the chances of getting laid. But no, we as a people all feel like we have to thrust our beliefs and our thoughts upon somebody else, and it's usually the younger people. Look what I'm doing right now. It's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just vomiting my opinions upon you and hoping you agree with them. And if you don't agree with them, I hope you let me know. But this is why I'm here, people. To stir the pot. Because apparently not enough people do it anymore. And if you support it, great. I'll be there with you every step of the way. But if you don't, let me know. Tell me why. Thanks for watching. This is Josh McClain. Don't be afraid of the news. Don't be afraid of the dark, people. Be nice to your fellow man. Have a good day.